Welcome to Fridge Saver, my entry for the fourth quarter of the DigiGreen Design Contest. The overall concept of Fridge Saver is pretty straightforward. It simply monitors the status of the fridge so that it can gather interesting statistics to provide to the user. This will help them to determine, how often they open their fridge, or how long somebody typically stands in front of it, looking for food and things like that. An additional option is to configure a specific interval, such as 30 seconds, and if the fridge is ever open longer than this interval, Fridge Saver will send an alarm notifying the user of this. One of the other benefits as well is that we use Facebook to actually share the information gathered with Fridge Saver, so you can kind of create a fun competitive environment where you might have some friends using Fridge Saver as well, and then everybody can kind of compete to see who can get the lowest average open times and things like that, if it is something that you would find enjoyable to do. So now we'll talk about how it works. At the base we have Digi Y9P gateway. It's actually running Python, and we have a context switch that we use to determine whether the fridge is open or closed. The Python script will check the status of this context switch to see if the fridge is open or closed, and then it'll also watch to see if the fridge is open longer than the predetermined interval. The next level to Fridge Saver is iDigi. Whenever the Y9P notices the fridge state change from open to closed or vice versa, or when the alarm interval is exceeded, it will push this information up to iDigi. Next, we have an application that is running in the Rackspace Cloud. This is just like a Java web app that's communicating with the iDigi platform to retrieve the Fridge Saver information. So this application will be aware of when the fridge is open, when it's closed, and the alarms that are pushed up by the Y9P as well. And finally, we have implemented a Fridge Saver application in Facebook. Our application running in the Rackspace Cloud provides information to the Facebook application, so when we go to a user's profile, we can click on a tab and view the Fridge Saver information. So there's a few enhancements that can be made to Fridge Saver to make it a little more interesting or more useful. For instance, we could integrate a power relay so that we actually turn off the fridge if we notice it's been open too long. So one reason you might want to do this is, say a user has like a pop fridge or something like that, and often it's empty. They might want to just be able to open the fridge a crack, and then they know that it'll automatically be turned off by a Fridge Saver to conserve energy. That way they don't have to worry about trying to go in and dial it down or anything like that. Another thing that would be interesting, currently with the alarm data, we just post it in Fridge Saver in the Facebook application, but we could actually do things like send an SMS to the user, send them an email, or actually just post something on their wall so that everybody can make fun of them for leaving their fridge open when they go to their profile and see that they do it all the time. Another thing we could do is make the Facebook application into a bit more of a game, so you can see like the statistics of your friends or maybe the community overall, so then that might encourage users to try to keep their fridge open times low so that they can rank well and all that sort of thing, just to make it a bit of a fun environment. So now we'll just show the Facebook application that makes use of the fridge data. So here we see a profile on Facebook. We have all our tabs. The Fridge Saver application just shows up as a tab. So at the top we just have some information about the average time it stays open or closed, as well as the number of times it's been opened and the number of times that we've exceeded our open interval, so the number of times an alarm has actually been pushed up. And then we see an ordered list of the events that have actually been pushed up. So the most recent thing is that the fridge was opened and previously it was closed for 7 seconds. Maybe we can go down and see historically, it's actually maybe interesting if we start from the back. We'll see here we have a picture, the refrigerator is now closed and it was open, so it goes now to open, to close, to open, to close, and so on. And then here's one where we see it opened, and then we actually had the alarm event set up where the refrigerator was open longer than 30 seconds. So we have our special little picture there. And anybody can go to this user's profile and see their information. So you can always check out what your friends are doing with Fridge Saver and all that sort of thing. So that's my entry for the fourth quarter of the Digi Green Design Contest.